Hello, I'm Jenny P., Mistress of Change, founder of House of Preeminence, and welcome to this first episode masterclass for Preeminence Rising in 2022. Today is all about the 9 graces of preeminence. If you're a feminine change maker who's realized that the old ways of trying to achieve success do not work anymore and that there is a whole new paradigm happening, then stay tuned, because I'm going to give you some really practical ways that you can use these 9 graces. Now, what are the 9 graces? Well, the word preeminence means you living your highest life as your highest self. And the 9 graces are virtues or qualities or energies that add up to that beautiful ideal. And I hope, if you're watching this, that you are indeed attached and devoted to you living your highest life and serving humanity at the same time. So I recently discovered that the 9 graces held a lot more wisdom than even I thought. And I was able to use that wisdom when I encountered some difficult resistance and challenge. And I'm going to share that with you. And you might want to take notes or come back and watch this replay, because this is going to be full of really, really valuable tips that you can use to begin hit the ground running on this new year with all of what's going to come up, because there will be stuff that comes up if it hasn't already. Shifting sands, hey? Okay, so I want you to think about the 9 graces as 9 ladies, 9 goddesses that you have sat around your own personal round table of success, your own personal vision. You have got 9 goddesses all sat around in service to you, in service to your highest vision. And these 9 graces are, of course, excellence, distinction, renown, peerlessness, prestige, leadership, transcendence, endurance, and renewal. And every single one of those qualities or energies has to contribute to your holistic success. And if we're leaving out one of those, if we're leaving out self-care with the renewal, then our body's going to tell us. If we're leaving out prestige and our mindset, our money mindsets, or money vibe is not working right, then that we're going to find that in our bank account. If we are not working well with distinction and renown, we're going to struggle to build our tribes and attract the opportunities we want, and so on. So you get the idea that these graces have both an application to your business world and your business universe, but also to yourself and your highest life. So I recently had a challenge where I encountered a lot of resistance to my own vision and my own biggest life project, so much so that it threatened to destabilize me. And I intuited to call in the 9 graces and ask them what they would do, because with all these emotions surging around, I'm sure you can identify, sometimes it's hard to stay hard to stay in your highest self. We get thrown out so easily, and then ego can come in, and then we get emotional. We're women, but these graces will keep you on track to your highest self and your highest life. So when I encountered this resistance, I called the 9 graces in, and I asked them, what would the 9 graces do? What would the 9 graces do? Not what would I do, but what would the 9 graces do? And I'm going to read them to you, because I journaled, and it's too much for me to remember to share with you. So first of all, I asked excellence, what would excellence do in the face of this resistance? And excellence replied that she would put my vision and my project before absolutely everything. Then I asked distinction what she would do in this situation. And she said that my project would continue to be superb, marvelous, original, and stand out and be heard. I asked renown what she would do. And she said that my vision would continue in a way that reaches as many people as possible. I asked peerlessness what she would do in this situation, and she answered that it would evolve into something that the world has never seen before, full of virtues and uniquely original. Next, I asked prestige what she would do, and she answered she would diligently pursue all returns on investment that I had made and seek ways for shared income and continue to build important partnerships. That was her counsel. The next was transcendence. I asked transcendence, what would she do? She replied that she would take the current world climate, what's happening in the world, as an opportunity to know that it's time, that this project's time has come, and to instill every protocol to help as many people as possible. That's transcendence. Then I asked leadership. Leadership said she would inspire all of our readers, subscribers, fans, and followers to understand the part that they have to play in humanity's healing. Endurance said she would not cease to learn, expand, connect with, explore, share, and give itself to the accomplishment, give herself endurance, to the accomplishment of the grand vision in the first grace of excellence. So endurance was going to make sure that whatever vision was in excellence was going to be seen through. Then I asked renewal. In the face of resistance, she would allow me to pause, stop, question any part of the whole which did not seem to be working or has simply metamorphosized into a new form. So do you see how these graces answered me, every single one, and gave me a unique perspective on the situation, which had the effect of neutralizing it completely. And I was able to deal with it as my preeminent self, as my highest preeminent self. And blow me down, that's what happened. So I'm encouraging you to get to know these graces. They are in every single magazine. If you're listening to this, watching this replay, these graces, these ladies are in every single edition of the magazine, and they are the blueprint around which the whole magazine is founded. You can use them. That they are in they are present with prompts and beautiful pictures and little assignments for the month in every single issue. So I am going to give you a really quick overview, just so this kind of really lands in on what the graces would do in the case of overwhelm. Because I can get into overwhelm. I'm a busy lady. I'm sure you are too. So in the case of overwhelm, if I ask the 9 graces, this is slightly more personal. This is more of a journaling thing. What would the 9 graces do what would they advise me in the case of overwhelm? And I'm going to go through these quite quickly. So excellence, I would remind myself that I must focus on only things that call on my superpowers and my genius. Distinction, I would count how many things I could take off my plate in order for my craft to stand out more. Renown, I would be okay with not showing up occasionally, not showing up for whatever, you know. Peerlessness, I would have a conversation with soul and check in for some higher self-guidance. Good advice. Prestige, I would remind myself that overwhelm, the energy of overwhelm, is the complete opposite vibration of abundance. Transcendence, I would coach myself back into balance. Leadership, I would remind myself that stretching and growing is uncomfortable. There is no growth without pain. Endurance, I would adjust my sleep, my diet, and anything else that I needed to recalibrate and to optimize the conditions that I need to keep going in the way that I want to. And finally, renewal. I would rejoice in the fact that my feelings are warning me to calm down before my body reacts. So that's a quick one. I've just shared with you then a situation that can come up where there might be conflict or resistance or contention, and a quick way of dealing with overwhelm when it comes up. Call in your 9 graces. You can even give them other names if you like. Emily Excellence and Diana Distinction, or whatever kind of makes them more, to say human, but they are virtues, that they are virtues. So can you see that by using these virtues, rather than the old way was to set goals and to go, okay, I want to make this much money, I want that many clients, I want to do this. And of course, we know how complex this is in both the online space and, and in this very, very competitive service industry world and this online world, whereby if you call in your higher self, which is your highest vibration, every single day, you infuse your day, everything you do in your day, your habits, your rituals, everything with preeminence, and you bring those ladies in, bring them into the bathroom first thing in the morning, and ask them to give you some counsel on the day. And I'm sure that you are going to find them really, really powerful. And I would love you to share underneath, if you're watching this replay, I would love you to share some of your insights in what these ladies say. So read the magazine. If you are not a subscriber, if you're listening to this, you're not a subscriber, go to houseofpreeminence.com, houseofpreeminence.com, become a subscriber. You'll get the magazine dropped down every single month. It is totally full of amazingness, for everything for you to live your highest life. So thank you for joining me today. I hope that's been helpful, and look out for some more. Bye-bye.